Hey everyone and welcome. Remember how they said the NHS needs doctors and nurses and we're running out of dentists? Remember when they said they want to help our young get jobs and be valuable members of society? Remember when they said we have to ship in doctors and nurses and dentists and engineers and rocket scientists and all of their families? Otherwise the country will crumble. Because our youth don't want to do it. Even going so far as saying recently we must force our children into jobs that don't pay enough. Remember when they claimed we are lazy? Well, I was sent this off a very good friend from Zia Youssef. You know who that guy is? The man that bought his way into reform. The less said by me on that, the better, I would say. Corruption.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Let's watch as he outlines something that breaks the narrative, though, and proves even the most conspiracy-minded theorists correct. It is a concerted effort from on high to remove native population from all life-enriching vocations for them and us. So let's look at the evidence.
Well, this is unfortunately, this is just an untruth that is peddled. If you look at the last 6 years, 3.1 million net new people arrived in the country. Do you know what percentage of those came in on work visas? 16%.
I know there are lots of dependents.
One-sixth.
Dependents, families, students. You could, and again, I say this is someone who has heard at the dinner table for most of my childhood all of the stories of frontline NHS workers from my parents. The reality is you could restaff every doctor and nurse in the National Health Service with just last year's net immigration number. So listen, we're talking about net migration here. Around 400,000 people a year sadly leave the United Kingdom. We will still issue visas to truly the brightest and best people who will contribute to the economy immediately, people willing to come and invest millions of pounds in this country and to where there are specific skill shortages. But when you ask questions like that, and I understand why you ask them, Fiona, but I don't know how many people at home understand this. We have a cap in this country. The United Kingdom, as a result of the Tory party, and it is still in place under this Labour government, there's a cap on the number of homegrown new doctors that can graduate. I mean, how insane is that? No more than 9,500 new homegrown doctors. And then we ask questions like, how will we staff our NHS?
So let's look at the evidence. There we go. Houses of Common Library, 12th of September 2023, and I quote, we're ready? Every year around 9,500 medical school places are made available across the UK to train new doctors. Now, considering that there are 140,000 plus registered doctors, that figure is stifling, isn't it? It's very stifling, especially for our young looking to get into that profession. Restricting ability to progress. For what? Well, we can all guess, can't we? Foreigners are paying larger amounts in universities, which means that they want more and more in, obviously, because they're all greedy. And it's not about the education, it's about milking. More money, more tax. More tax, bigger state. The bigger state, more tax. You see the circle? And that's not the worst of it. It was 7,500 before 2013. Now, since 2013, this figure has increased by about 2,000. Now let's have a look at dentists, shall we? Oh, that's even worse. 1,100 places for dentists. Now these are the positions that they say that we are desperate to fill. So why is there a cap on how many of our young can do it in university? There's no excuse for this, is there? It's astonishing. Now the government says, the UK government has said medical and dental school places are capped in England to ensure, this is the beauty of it, to ensure teaching, learning and assessment standards are maintained, as well as ensuring there are enough high quality placements for each student. Now I'd like to know how many are reserved for foreign students. Funnily enough, they don't seem to record that. Have you ever heard so much crud in your life? Now I personally don't agree with the first bit. If they opened up the doors, they wouldn't need to ship in the best and the brightest and brain draining the third world, would we? We could do it with our own people if we weren't being flooded on a daily basis. The Labour Party has also said it would double the number of medical school places to 15,000 per year. This would include opening up 15 new medical schools, expanding existing medical training centres and delivering more clinical placements. It said it would fund its proposal by milking the nation. No, they didn't. They said abolishing the non-domicile tax status, which allows some individuals to avoid paying UK income tax. Now, the people that have got this non-domicile, can just move anywhere they want. So this isn't going to affect them. They're not going to be able to take any money off them. They'll just leave. Maybe that's the plan. So the cash cow is soon to demand, i.e. the NHS, more of your money to spaff up the wall. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of, if not all of our institutions have similar reduced native caps too, further restricting the ability of our young to have what we had. If this isn't anti-UK, I don't know what is. Disgusting pulling up of the ladder, isn't it? By those that claim to defend us as well. Get them all out now is my opinion. We need a Trump of our own to take a sledgehammer to the bloody lot of it. But I'd like to know your opinion on this. It's shocking, isn't it? Why are they not flinging open the doors for more and more medical students, considering they're always screaming that we've never got enough? It's because it's an excuse to bring in more people, isn't it? More people, more tax. More tax, more wages. Woohoo! Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.